All right, then. Welcome back. Having fun here with some Midway Solitaire and my full Monty version. And I don't know about that full Monty. I think that's a British or Australian term for being naked. We're not playing this game naked, people. Got clothes on, fully clothed. It's just it just means we're using all the rules. So it might have been a bad choice of expressions, but or description rather. Um, we're getting ready for the. I'm on the U.S. Phase after enduring two offenses from the Japanese AI player. One was up here in the Aleutians, and another one was down here at Solomon's. Now Solomon's beat me pretty good, and I have almost little to nothing standing in the way of them guys handing me a sudden death victory, or handing me a sudden death defeat, and oh, I need to shore up New Caledonia. Now, the thing of it is, we're on the intelligence phase, and this guy here's already spotted. I'm not really worried about all this, spotting him or searching him. He's spotted for any offensive operations. The bad news is I have nothing to offensive operations with. So, therefore, whenever we come to this phase here, in the last game I had, in the last few intelligence actions, we have chose to do the signals intelligence. And that means that all Imperial Japanese carrier strike forces are spotted. And on this side of the line, that dotted line, which has already been spotted, so it's moot there. So, what was I going to say? Oh, I was just thinking of my Command and Colors tournament. I finally got a hold of that guy. We're going to try to play Monday if I don't have to work 13 hours. So I'm going to try to get back at it. And I gave him a suggestion for a Battle of Moscow tournament. If you look back, you'll see that tournament we did with the War College. I didn't do good. That was a horrible tournament for me, but I like the concept. All right, now to get back with this. What was I going to say? Oh, somehow I need to beef up New Caledonia. So what we're going to do, this intelligence segment, is we're going to skip this one. And it says OR, and that's the key. Randomly pick one operations marker. So I'm going to pick for the Japanese player. And I don't get to look at them, we just get to randomly pick. But it gives you a little hint of what's coming up next. So you can prepare for it. I think that's the best course of action right now. Let's go see here what we got. Fortunately for us, it flipped to the right side. Imperial Japanese operation. And its next operation will be... Oh, we just can't... There you go. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. So, we are going to follow up the Gabo offensive with something else that's coming up. I'll have to look that up, but that's what's coming up next. That will take care of my intelligence phase. Then we'll go down here to operations actions. I'm going to have to look this over. Oh, because we might go down to the redeploy task force. Oh, yeah, that's all. All this here covers what you can do in this phase. And I like these end ones here. Rebase air units, not really too hip on it. Redeploy a task force. Move all those to one adjacent home base, so I could take the task force 17 and move that on over. Now I can move it over an extra one. All right, see, and that if I do that operation, I could move my task force from Australia over here to good old New Caledonia. Definitely helping me block, but he's got 4 carriers there, so it's going to be a bear of a battle anyway, but right now I don't stand a chance with no carriers. I'll only be moving 1 carrier, because all these task forces I deployed with just 1 carrier each, which looks like it might have been a fatal flaw. But anyway, that is what I'm thinking. Now, what we also have to do is be aware that when we do move this task force out of here, any move on Australia, and that is the Port Moresby route, will be vulnerable. So I gotta look up and find out what this means, because it means they're gonna be attacking down here. I don't know if I want to move that carrier out of here. We'll see what's up, but I don't think they can get here yet. When they move, they gotta stop here for a turn. Gives me a chance to get something in here to stop them, and then the following turn they can proceed and win the game. All right, that is what's going on. I'm going to look over my operation actions for the U.S. Navy and find out which one we're due. Don't want to move fleet to attack. Like I said, there ain't much here to attack with. Task Force 11. I do have some. I got a carrier and one cruiser if I can get him into range. But like I said, that first strike force, I think it's nothing but carriers and what was that? I think he's got destroyers too, carriers and destroyers. So it'll be a nice little battle if we want to get within range. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. I'll let you know what goes on. What U.S. Naval choice is. Be right back. Alright, now when I was looking at that counter, let me grab this counter here again. This might not be a bad counter. This might be bad for the Japanese player. Let me show you why. Just out of thinking. CF versus NGS. It looks to me like it might be the Army versus the Navy. Who knows? NGS, we'll find out here in a second because we're going to look this up, but it looks like one's facing off against the other versus, so it's telling me that maybe there's some infighting going on here with the Japanese, and maybe they'll be limited to what they can do. So this might not be a negative event. This might be a pro-allied event, and we're going to find that out right now. We look and see what these mean. Flip here the old player A card. Here we go. Here we go. See if there's a combined fleet versus Naval General Staff. The remaining game segments of the Imperial Japanese Navy phase are skipped. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling. Conduct all required segments of the U.S. Navy and administrative phases. All right, so that's coming up on our next turn. All right, so they have their offensive, and now I'll have mine, or they'll be a little bit restricted because of infighting. We were correct in our assumptions. Or I might have remembered that from the last game or something, but yeah, when I was looking at that, I'm thinking, looks like these two are facing off to each other. It might not be a bad event, and it wasn't. All right, that's something to look forward to. We'll be back. We got some more work to do for this phase of the it gets so dark on this thing. Legano. Alrighty, we'll be back with our operations segment. Alright then, I think for the operations phase, we're going to use that move the task force option. We're going to take a chance. Now we do have a spot here where we do have two carriers, but they're two separate task forces. We could reorganize and all that other stuff like I said earlier, but I think for now we're going to move Task Force 16, which has Spruance? Yeah. Alright, well, Task Force 16, with having Spruance, he can move his regular one area over, but also, we'll go down here, two leaders. Leaders are not individual units. Leaders move with their assigned task forces. Leaders do not count against blah blah blah. A leader can be assigned. The leader's always, there's no more than one leader assigned task. But anyway, here you go. Increases by 1 when conducting a G3 naval operation action. So he moved from Pearl Harbor here to Samoa. With Spruance there, we get to move an extra. And that places us down here in New Caledonia, getting ready for this offensive. Definitely beefs up New Caledonia with another carrier. And he gets the effects of a U.S. Naval Leader bonus. That also comes into effect with the dogfights with one unit. And maybe another bonus, I'm not sure, I'll have to look it over, but we do get that bonus. So that will take care of my operations phase. We'll go to my logistics phase here now. Maybe try to get the Saratoga back in the water, out in the fleets, and we'll see what's up. Let me check that out real quick. We got back. Alright, so in our logistics actions, we're going to try to repair damaged naval unit. We're going to move the old Saratoga over here to Pearl Harbor. You can attempt to repair 2 units, but if one's in Pearl, you can only attempt once. The Pearl Harbor home base may only attempt 1 repair naval each game turn. And I don't see no Pearl Harbor box. I mean, it just says Pearl Harbor here. Here's the damage. So I don't have a repair box for West Coast or Pearl, so I just put them over there in Pearl. We have here a repair table. Let's do this and see if Saratoga gets repaired this turn. We're looking for anything above a 3. Let's do it to it. Oh yeah, Saratoga gets fixed. We'll put her here in Pearl. And next turn. So now we got our 2 carriers back there. Oh, this one hasn't been assigned to a task force yet. But we got our 2 carriers back in Midway. That helps, definitely. Might want to shoot her up north into the Aleutians like my original plan. But my original plan, the Task Force 16 is still here. So let's see how that goes. So we got some battleships we can throw up there. I want to get some battleships up there at least. So that'll take care of our logistics turn. Administrative phase means that everybody gets flipped over to their unspotted side except for task forces that are in areas, Imperial Japanese objective points. They're always spotted. So our second shit will be flipped over and put on over into the old pile. And our next one is this. We know what's coming because we already had some reconnoitering. Alright, we'll be back. I have to get ready for fantasy NASCAR, fantasy baseball. It's been a while, so I had any major wins. Usually, if you can get 1 major win a year, that's nice. 2 major wins a year would be fantastic. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that do it, but if I can get a major win, 1 at least a year, that'll be fine. But it's been a long dry spell. I've been just lucky to get my entry fees back, and I really, when it does go a long dry spell like that, and you ain't got house money, you just go ahead and take it a little bit easy. But anyway, we'll be right back. All right, back with some full rules Midway Solitaire. Ain't playing naked. you should see the view count on that Midway Solitaire full Monty. I don't know if people thought I was playing it without no clothes on or what, but we're definitely going to be changing the title. Like, it's 200 and something views, the most views I've ever had on my channel, just because I think I was a title, or maybe it was the illustration. And like the old saying goes, man, photos attract viewers, I guess, whatever your title photo is. But anyway, we're back here with the U.S. segment. And our last chip pull, I'm going to zoom in here. It represented some kind of infighting amongst the Japanese. So we skipped all the Japanese turns and went straight to the U.S. turns. Now, I did this off of camera. It's been a while since I played, about a week or so. But I do want to tell you what happened during the U.S. Navy G1 phase. It was the reorganization phase. Task Force move and assigned Task Force 11 destroyers and cruisers to Task Force 16. So I moved and assigned Task Force 11 to Task Force 16. Alright, I see what's going on up there. 5 units of 6 cap, huh? Understand that. Task Force 11 now only consists of the Yorktown. Yorktown headed to Pearl for aircraft replacement. Oh, okay, I'm with you. I stripped that. I must have stripped, anyway, I reorganized these task forces. You can see right here now, I got 3 task forces in there, and I really need to consolidate these, but we're ready for this big push that's coming on to do Caledonia. It was getting close there. I think they haven't taken control yet because I think they got to land forces. But let's go down here and read some more. I got this wrote down for us. Yorktown headed to Pearl for aircraft replacement. Yeah, if you remember, all I had was a fighter wing. All my bombers were pretty well taken care of. And it is a very abstracted game. You only get like 3 counters representing all the planes on there. So like I said, this is kind of a really abstract, like a bingo type of a war game. But anyway, it does have some kind of similarities and gives it a flavor of being a Pacific War game. I've been, a little note here, I've been playing or checking out Pacific War, or War Plan Pacific on the computer, and that looks, if any of you guys are fans of Mark Herman's Pacific War, all these board games, there is a really good computer game called Warplane Pacific, and now I've just been watching videos and videos on it. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'll probably wait for the fall sale. I missed the summer sale, but that's another thing. If you buy these games at Steam, wait about 3 times a year to have sales that just are like 50-75% off, and I make all my game purchases then because you can get these games really cheap. But what else? Oh, we finally had to have a desperate round of Command and Colors, and that's another thing. I want to maybe get a hold of this guy now in this time of the month because I don't want to do like I did last game, and I'll tell you what happened. We had our last tournament of Command and Colors, and the guy got a hold of me down on the weekend during the weekday, and you know how if you've watched my channel, I work my butt off. So anyway, I just got done with a 13, 14-hour day, came home. I was trying to, by then I'm working on looking at the clock, counting down hours of sleep. I'm wanting to get at least 8, if not 6. And this guy got a hold of me, and of course he's probably, I guess, professor or something. These guys don't work. But he had all the time in the world that night. So I got online. And believe me, I had fun. I love playing this game. But, here's another thing. I'm telling you, it's a fun game, and I held my own. But it just seems like once your units start falling, we were doing the Waterloo scenario, and I held my own for a little while. And then it got down to where he only needed one more unit. You need 8 victory points or banners to win. I had like 3. He had like 7 because once it starts going, it starts going. You can have fun with it. I had some fun with it. There was times where I said, let's just have some fun and play some cards, but. I finally conceded. It was getting late. We had to play 2 games, and I said, listen, it's late. I got to get some sleep. I'm working on 5. I'm just going to concede the next round, too, so we had to play 2 games. But the thing of it is, this tournament keeps going on. I guess I needed to find out how much, because, man, I've been trying in like 2 or 3 of these rounds thinking I'm out of it, and the tournament's still going. I got 2 more games to play, and I really enjoyed this game. But on this one, it's a card luck. I had... he was throwing down some good cards. I knew he was holding off on cards, and there's times where you almost have to have card management. But there's times when I had to go for, whatever victory banners or kills I could, so I used my cards. But all I had were like 2 or 3 probe centers. And my action was actually on the left flank, or right flank. Nobody was doing anything really in the center. And, it gets that Command and Colors. I don't know if it's a good tournament game. And some of these guys are probably really good, because, this guy here, I don't have to look at the rules. He knows everything about it. If it was me, I'd be going, flipping through pages, looking for this, and this. And that might be another thing. These guys are really hardcore Command and Colors players. But I can hold my own if I'm not in a hurry, if I'm not trying to get sleep, if I ain't got bad card places. Command and Colors ain't really going my way. I mean, it ain't going a lot of guys' ways. I think Ben Turner, the guy that's running the tournament, said he hadn't won a game either. So it's tough, and I don't want to shortchange and the integrity of the tournament by not, being 100%. I might have to turn the tournament down next year because this is, like I said, tough time of year for me. Unless I just make my Sundays during the summer Command and Color days. But man, I just got done with a 15-hour day. Wednesday, do we keep on going? I did close to 60 hours, and yesterday I had to do all my work around here. I didn't get done with that till a while, and then I was so whipped I just went to bed. So I got one day. It's today, Sunday. But that's, like I said, I can't complain. I'm off during the winter, but boy, it is a marathon. So let's get on with this. Anything else I wanted to touch upon? Watch the Players Aid guys. They're going to World Board Gaming Championships, and I think they just got a Gen Con tournament. You can only take so much when you're working. You hate to be green around the gills, but like I said, sometimes, oh man, when you're on that last, you're on your 13th or 14th hour, and you're looking for some kind of entertainment. I don't know. I mean, they're good. I need to watch them, but I just can't do it when I'm working sometimes. I have too much fun. But what was I going to say? On this one, Yorktown headed to Pearl. We're good to go there. I want to go to one of those tournaments. They look great. Maybe next year. I'm going to take some vacation time. There's sometimes I have to take some vacation during the summer, but I hate turning down to work. You get on some of those long hours, man. You make some bank. I just can't turn down the money. But anyway, G2 pulled Imperial Japanese Navy op shit. Oh. All right. So I did some intelligence, and I pulled operations shit. So there you go. Intelligence. So we'll get to that, but that's another thing. You get to pull these shits and do a little bit of reconnoitering, and I've been doing that a lot on my G2 turns. All right, let's go here. Next is redeploy Task Force 17 from Australia to New Caledonia. So that's another thing you can do is redeploy those. So now I don't have any task forces here. So hopefully these guys do have a lot of land-based aircraft. They do have some infantry. We're hoping they can hold out in case they make a big push. I don't see a big push coming yet, but on my chip pull, it didn't tell me which route they're going to go on next. I know there's some kind of intel. I don't know. We'll see what that is. But anyway, that's where we are. So since last video, I've gone all through all this. Here's my task forces. Let's look down here. I got to take this task force nailed now. Remember, I think there's 4 carriers in this sucker. So let's go see Task Force 17. You can look with me. I can see better on the camera, but I got 1 carrier there. And that's that Fletcher. That's my, what do you call it? My default deployment. See, in this new all rules game, you can deploy or arrange your task forces any way you want. And that's the way I did. But now we'll look at this other one. We got 2 more task forces there. That was 17. Let's look at 11. Now 11's the one that was stripped. All it has now is a Yorktown without no covering ships or anything. So I'm going to adjust that. And last but not least, I think my mega task force is Task Force 16. Let's look down here. Yeah, that's the one. I have 1 carrier there, a bunch of destroyers, and cruisers, and another Admiral Spruance. So Task Force 16's got the Enterprise. Task Force 11 is just below Yorktown. And Task Force 17 is the Lexington. And I just got the Saratoga back, but she might be going somewhere else. But anyway, that's what we got to deal with down here. And I'll definitely want to rearrange these guys, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm looking down here. I didn't know what was up, but looks like it's our logistics turn again. So I'll have to see what we do on here. You may choose to collect 1 of 4. Let's go see what happens to our logistics turn. Repair damaged naval units, repair damaged naval aircraft. Where is this Task Force 44? Well, I gotta get Task Force 11. That is the Yorktown back there because all of her plan. That was the plan. I can't move them now though. Repair damaged land unit. Huh. Well, unfortunately for me, in the damaged box there is nothing. So I'll be repairing no damaged naval units, no damaged naval aircraft. I don't think they got to be at Pearl Harbor or the West Coast anyway. That don't apply. None of that applies yet, and no land unit applies yet. All right, that is it for the logistics phase. We will go over here to the administrative phase where everybody gets unspotted. Oh, I don't see anybody spotted. Not mine or them. So that is it. I'm going to put this over here and use markers. And we're going to call this a video because I think I got some additions before this that I recorded that I haven't uploaded yet. I should have uploaded them last week. Like I said, it's been a long week. But we'll call this a video. When we come back, we'll go on to the... Oh, better use the zoom feature. Intelligence. Alright, I might just drop in and play and let you guys see what's going on. Quit boring you with the details. Unless you like watching the game. But that'll be it. We'll be back with some more full rules. Midway Solitaire.